asked me, yes.
It's after 6 o'clock and everyone's left the office. You shouldn't stay up here and torture yourself so.
I've come to say goodbye, Neva. I'm leaving.
Leaving? Where are you going?
I don't know. I haven't decided.
You can't leave here. Amsterdam is your home and your business is here. And now that the war is over, people are going to need you. And
I have to leave Amsterdam. Everywhere I go, there's something to remind me that the house we lived in, the school, the street organ playing down there. Another man who used to know me, a bitter old man. Forgive me, I shouldn't talk to you like this. I know what you went through, you and Mrs. Crawler, the suffering.
Oh no, you can't say that we suffered.
I know what you did, Neve. I'll never forget as long as I live. Come.
Mr. Frank, did you see the papers that were left behind?
Burn them.
See that there's letters and
Burn them, all of them.
Burn this?
Diary. Monday, July the 6th, 1942. 42. Could it be me only 3 years ago? Dear Diary, as you and I are going to be great friends, I will start by telling you a little bit about myself. My name is Anna Frank, and I'm 13 years old. I was born in Germany, June 12, 1929. As my family is Jewish, we immigrated to Holland when Hitler came to power. My father started a business importing spice and herbs. Things went well for us until 1940. The war came and the Dutch defeat, followed by the arrival of the Germans. Then things got very bad for the Jews.
You cannot do this, and you cannot do that. They forced father out of his business. We had to wear yellow stars. I had to turn in my bike. I couldn't go to a Dutch school anymore. I couldn't go to the movies or ride in an automobile or even on a streetcar, and a million other things. But somehow, we children still managed to have fun. Yesterday, father told me we were going into hiding. Where, he wouldn't say. At 5 o'clock this morning, mother woke me and told me to hurry and get dressed. I was to put on as many clothes as I could. It would look too suspicious if we walked along carrying suitcases. It wasn't until we were on our way that I learned where we were going. Our hiding place was to be upstairs, in the building where father used to have his business. 3 other people were coming in with us, the Van Dons and their son Peter. Father knew the Van Dons, but we had never met them.
Something's happened to them. I know it.
Oh, now, Caroline.
Mr. Frank said he'd be here at 7 o'clock. He said they were going to
I
get
have 2 miles to walk. You can't expect.
They've been taken. That's it. They've been picked up. What are we going to do?
You see,
Oh,
Mr. Van Daan, Mrs. Van Daan, there were too many of the green police on the streets. We had to take the long way around.
Anna!
My wife, Edith, Mr. Van Daan, Mrs. Van Daan, their son, Peter, my daughters, Margot and Van Daan.
I'm so sorry. There's still so much confusion.
Yes, please, please. We'll have plenty of time to arrange things for ourselves.
I put some food and linens over in the cupboard. Hope everything's okay.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
And I made the bed the way Mr. Frank and Mrs. Crowler had asked me to. Excuse me, but I have to go. I have to pick up the ration book.
Ration books, but if they see our names on ration books, they'll know we're here.
There isn't any reason for you to be concerned.
Don't worry, your names won't be on them.
The ration books, they're illegal then? We've never done
won't be living exactly according to regulations here.
This isn't the black market, Mrs. Frank. This is what we call the white market, helping the hundreds and hundreds of people who are hiding out here in Amsterdam. I must go. Oh, I must go. I must be out of here and downstairs in the office before the workmen appear. Now, me or I, or both of us, will be up each day to bring you food and news and find out what your needs are. Tomorrow, I'll get a better bolt for the door at the foot of the stairs. You need a bolt that you can throw and open only at our signal. And you'll tell them about the noise.
I'll tell them.
All right, that'll be it for the moment. I'll be up later after the workmen
How
leave.
can we ever thank you?
I never thought that I would live to see the day when a man like Mr. Frank would have to go into hiding. When you think of all the horror, it's just more than the heart can bear.
Goodbye, Mrs. Crawler.
What did she mean about the noise?
First, let's take off some of these clothes.
It's a wonder we weren't arrested walking along the streets. Petronella in that fur coat in July, and that cat of Pater's crying all the way.
Cat?
Honey.
Oh, right, I've got 3 more.
Now, about the noise. While the men are in the building below, we must have complete quiet. Every sound can be heard down there, not only in the workrooms, but in the offices as well. The men come at about 8:30 and leave at about 5:30, so to be perfectly safe, from 8 in the morning until 6 in the evening, we must move only when it is necessary and then in stockinged feet. We must not talk above a whisper. We must not use the water. We must not use the sink or forgive me, the WC. If the pipes go down through the workrooms, it would be heard. No trash must ever be thrown out. No trash must ever be thrown out which might reveal that someone is living here. Not even a potato paring. We must burn everything in the stove at night. That is the way we must live if we are to survive until it is over.
If we are to survive.
After 6, we can talk and laugh and move about and read and play games just as we would at home. And now I think it would be wise if we all went to our rooms and were settled before 8 o'clock. Mrs. Fondant, you and your husband will be upstairs. I regret that there's no room up there for Pater, but he will be down here near us. This will be our common room where we'll meet to talk and eat and read and have supper.
And where will you and Mrs. Frank sleep?
This room is also our bedroom.
Oh, that isn't right. We'll take this room and you can
Please,
go upstairs.
please. I've thought about this for weeks. This is the best way. This is the only way.
Oh, I don't know how we'll ever thank you. You don't know what happened to us without your husband.
You don't know what your husband did for me when I first came to Amsterdam. Not knowing a soul or even knowing the language. I can never repay him for that. May I help you with your things?
No. Leave you, come on.
Pater, you'll be all right?
Mother, please.
You're not afraid? All right.
You too must get some sleep. Edith, you barely closed your eyes at all last night. Nor you, Martha.
I slept, Father. Isn't that funny? I knew it was the last night in my own bed, and yet I slept soundly.
That's good. You can help us straighten up in here. Come with me.
Well, are you sure? I could help, really, and Anna hasn't had her milk yet.
I'll get it for her. Rest in this room for the time being.
Anna, are you sure you're not tired?
I'm fine. I'm going to help Father.
I'm glad you're to be with us, Pater.
Yes, Mrs. Anna, Pater, it would be wise if you took off your shoes now before you forget.
What's your cat's name?
Mushi.
Oh,
it's different for a girl. Forgive me. Paper. We must find a bed for your cat. I'm very glad you brought your cat. I'm so missing her. Yeah, will it be comfortable in this? Thanks. This will be your room. But I must warn you, dear, you cannot grow, not even an inch, or you'll be sleeping with your feet out the skylight. Are you hungry?
No.
We have some bread and butter.
No, thank you.
You can have it for luncheon then. And tonight, we'll have a real supper. Our first supper together.
Thanks.
There's a box there. Will you open it?
You know the way I'm going to think of it here? I'm going to think of it as a boarding house. A very peculiar type of boarding house. Like the one that Margie and I used to. My movie stars! I was wondering where they were. Oh, and Queen Wilhelmina! Wherever did you find them? Thank you so much.
There's something more there. Look further.
Diary. Oh, I've always wanted a diary. Thank you so much. I need a pencil. Pencil. I'm going to go down to the office to get a pencil.
No.
But there's nobody down there.
It doesn't matter. I don't want you ever to go beyond that door.
Never? Not even on Sundays? Or when the workmen have left? Can I go down to listen to the radio?
I'm sorry, Annika. It isn't safe. No. You must never go beyond that door.
Let's see.
It'll be hard, I know. Always remember this, Annika. There are no walls, no bolts, no locks that anyone can put on your mind. Me, we'll produce books. We'll read history, poetry, mythology. Here's your book. Besides, being here has certain advantages for you. For instance, you remember that fight you had the other day with your mother on the subject of overshoes? You said you'd rather die than wear overshoes, but in the end you had to wear them? Well, for as long as we are here, you will never have to wear overshoes. Isn't that good? And the coat you inherited from Margot, you'll never have to wear that. And the piano, you will never have to practice on the piano. Isn't that good? I tell you, this is going to be a fine life for you.
Oh, I thought I'd better get some water. Who was she before?
Of course, of course.
I expect I should be describing what it feels like to go into hiding. But I really don't know yet myself. I only know it's funny, never being able to go outdoors, never able to breathe fresh air, never to run and shout and jump. It's the silence in the night that frightens me the most. Every time I hear a creak in the house, or a step on the street outside, I'm sure they're coming for us. The days aren't so bad. At least we know that me and Mrs. Crawler are down in the office below us. Our protectors, we call them. I asked Father what would happen to them if the Nazis found out that they were hiding us. Him said that they would suffer the same fate as we would. Imagine, they know this, and yet when they come up here, they're always cheerful and gay, as if there were nothing in the world to bother them. Friday, the 21st of August, Today I'm going to tell you our general news. Mother is unbearable. She insists on treating me like a baby, which I loathe. Otherwise, things are going better. No.
It's 8,000, last of the workman is left.
Ugh.
I'm first for the WC.
Have you seen my shoes?
The shoes?
You've taken them.
6 o'clock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're going to be sorry.
Am I?
Anna, Peter. Anna,
Wait till I get you.
I'm waiting.
Anna, Peter.
Where are you going, Peter? Come dance with me.
I'll tell you I don't know how.
I'll teach you.
I'm going to give Moochie his dinner.
Can I watch?
He doesn't like people around while he eats.
Peter, please, please.
No!
Anna, I think you shouldn't play with Peter like that. It's not dignified.
Who cares if it isn't dignified? I don't want to be dignified.
You know, Anna, you get angry at me when I don't treat you like an adult. And when I do, you resent it.
All I want is some fun. After you've sat still all day and hardly moved, you've got to have some fun. I don't know what's the matter with that boy.
He isn't used to girls. Just give him a little time.
Time? Isn't 2 months' time? I could cry. Come on, Margaret. Come dance with me.
I have to help with supper.
You know, we're going to forget how to dance. When we get out of here, we're not going to remember a thing. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Down, down.
No, Anna.
Sit down. Down, down. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down.
Where's Peter?
Where would he be?
I'll bet his work isn't finished. If his father finds him in his room with that cat and his work's not done. Oh, Anna, get him out of there, will you?
Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Peter!
What is it?
Your mother says to come out.
I'm giving Moochie his dinner.
You know what your father says.
I haven't even looked at him since lunch.
I'm just telling you, that's all.
I'll feed him.
I don't want you in here.
Peter.
Give him his dinner and come right out. You hear?
Is that any way to talk to your little girlfriend?
Mother, for heaven's sake, will you
Look at
please
him
stop
blush.
saying that?
Look at him blush. You're ashamed to have a little girlfriend. That's nothing to be ashamed of.
You're crazy. She's only 13.
So what? And you're 16. Perfect. Your father's 10 years older than I am. You know, Mr. Frank, if this war lasts much longer, we may be related.
Muzzle tub.
I wonder where he fits. She's usually so prompt.
Good evening, everyone. Forgive me if I don't stay long. But I have a friend waiting there for me. My friend, Tom the cat. Some people say we look alike, but Tom has the most beautiful whiskers, while I only have a little fuzz. I'm hoping that I too.
All right, Mrs. Quack Quack.
Peter!
I heard about you, how you talk so much in class, and I called you Mrs. Quack Quack, and how Mr. Sminner made you write an essay. Quack Quack, said Mrs. Quack Quack.
Well, go on. Tell him the rest. How it was so good. He read out loud to the class and all his other classes, too.
Quack 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 Quack.
Oh! You're the most intolerable, insufferable boy I've ever met in my entire life!
You tell him, Monica.
With all the boys in the world, why I get stuck with one like you?
From now on, stay out of my room. Quack!
Your hair. You feel warm. Are you all right?
Fine.
Anna, don't do that. You know we can't call a doctor here ever. The only thing is to watch and prevent an illness before it comes. Stick out your tongue. Anna, don't be such a baby. me, you're coming.
Ah.
All right, you seem fine, but maybe an aspirin would help. Oh, don't give her any pills. I had to wait 15 minutes for her to come out of the WC this morning.
I was washing my hair.
I think there's nothing wrong with our Anna, a little ride on her bike or a visit with Yogi Deval with George. Isn't that right, Anna? Pete's not come yet?
No, the workman just left a little while ago.
What's for dinner tonight?
Beans.
Oh, God, not again.
Poor Pootie, I know, but that's all that he brought us.
We're now going through what is known as the bean cycle. Beans boiled, beans on casserole, beans with string, and beans without string, and all your favorite kinds of beans.
I saw you in there playing with that cat.
Oh, he just went in there to put his coat away.
How did I do on my lessons today?
You got a very good in history and an excellent in Latin.
How about algebra?
I have a confession for you today. Up until now, I've been ahead of you in algebra. Today you caught up with me. Leave that to Margaret to correct.
Isn't algebra vile, Pim?
Vile.
How did I do, Father?
Excellent, 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 excellent.
You should use the subjunctive here.
Should I? See, I thought
Mrs. Von Don,
here.
can I turn your coat?
Anna, no. No, it's all right, but be careful. My father bought it for me the year before he died. He always bought them the best that money could buy.
Did you have lots of boyfriends before you were married?
Anna, that's a personal question. It's not courteous to ask personal
really.
questions.
I don't mind. Well, actually, the boys were always swarming around
Oh, God,
our
not again.
One summer, we had a place at Hilverston. Well, I was 16, and we were wearing our skirts very short that summer. The boys were buzzing around like bees around the jam pot. I had very good-looking legs. I still have them. I may not be as pretty as I used to be, but I still have my legs. How about it, Mr. Frank?
All right, we see them, we see them.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking Mr. Frank.
Mother, for heaven's sake.
Oh, do I embarrass you? Oh, well, I only hope the girl you marry has as good. Well, anyway, because of all the boys around, my father was worried. He told me if any boy ever gets fresh, you say, remember, Mr. So-and-so, remember, I'm a lady.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so? Remember, I'm a lady.
Look at you talking that way in front of her. Don't you know she puts it all down in that diary?
So what if she does? It's only the truth.
I think Meep has the radio on.
Are you finished yet? No. You should be ashamed of yourself.
All right, I'm a dunce. I'm a hopeless case. Why do I even go on?
Oh, you're not hopeless. You just don't have any help like the girls have. Maybe Mr. Frank will help you.
I think his father is...
Oh, no, not me. I can't do a thing with him. He won't listen to me. You go ahead if you want.
Well. What do you say, Tater? Shall we make our school co-educational?
Oh, Mr. Frank, you're an angel. An absolute angel. I don't know why I didn't meet you before I met that one over there. Sit down, sit down. Oh, now, Peter, you listen to Mr. Frank.
I think it's best that we go into Tater's room.
Oh, certainly. Peter, now you listen. Mr. Frank is a highly educated man.
Shh, I can hear a man's voice talking.
With everything going around bad around here, why do you have to go sprawling all over the place?
You know, if you didn't smoke so much, you wouldn't be so bad-tempered.
Am I smoking? Do you see me smoking?
Did you use up all those cigarettes already?
One package. Meek just brought me one
It
package.
was a filthy habit anyway. This is a good time to
Oh,
break your...
stop it, please.
Oh, you're smoking up all our money, you know
Will
that.
you shut up? What are you staring at?
I've never seen grown-ups quarrel before. I thought only children quarreled.
This isn't a quarrel, it's a discussion. And I've never heard children so rude before.
I? Rude?
Anna, will you get my knitting for me, please?
get tired of talking? Do you suppose maybe you can keep quiet for 5 minutes? Just 5 minutes?
Anna,
Talk,
finish
talk.
your milk.
Never heard such a girl. Where's my... Every evening it's the same thing. Talk, talk, talk. Where is
What are you looking for?
my pipe? Have you seen my pipe?
No, but what good is a pipe? You don't have any tobacco.
At least I'd have something to put in my mouth. Margaret, have you seen my pipe?
It was on the table last night.
I know, I know. Anna, have you seen my pipe? Anna?
Anna, Mr. Von Don is speaking to you.
Am I allowed to talk now?
You are the most aggravating. The problem with you, young lady, is that you've been spoiled. What you need is a good, old-fashioned spanking.
Remember, Mr. So-and-so. Remember, I'm a lady.
You should be nice and quiet like your sister Margaret. Why do you have to show off all the time? Let me give you a piece of advice. Men don't like that kind of thing in a girl. You know that? Men like a girl who'll listen to them once in a while. A domestic kind of girl. One who likes to keep their house shining from their husbands. One who likes to cook and sew.
I cut my throat first. I slice open my veins. I'm going to be remarkable. I'm going to go to Paris
Huh, Paris.
to study music and art. I'm going to be a famous dancer or singer
Yeah.
or something wonderful.
You clumsy fool! You spilled out my beautiful coat! Oh, you ruined it! Oh, I could kill you! I could just kill you!
Petronella, Livia, it's the supper. Come back. Come back.
You mustn't behave in that way.
It was an accident. Anyone has an accident.
I don't mean that. I mean the answering back. You must not answer back. They're our guests, and we must treat them with the utmost courtesy. We're all under a lot of tension, and we must always control ourselves. Watch Margaret. She never argues, she's polite, she keeps her distance, and they respect her for it. Try to be more like Margaret.
And have them walk all over me the way they do her? No thanks.
Anna, I'm not worried about them walking all over you. I'm worried about your walking all over them. I don't know what gets into you, Anna. You're a wild, self-willed child, and if I ever talk to my mother the way
Things
you
have
talk to
changed.
me,
We're not like that anymore. Yes, mother, no mother, anything you say, mother. I gotta fight things out for myself, make something of myself.
you don't have to fight to do it. Margaret doesn't fight, and it's
Margaret, Margaret, Margaret. That's all I hear from everyone. How wonderful Margaret is, how sweet and bright. Why can't you be like Margaret?
Oh, come on, Anna.
Everything she does is right, and everything I do is wrong. I'm the goat around here. You're all against me.
Anna.
And you, worst of all.
Put on the soup if anyone cares to eat. Margaret, we get the bread, please. I don't know how we can go on living like this. This fighting, this bickering. And Anna, I can't say anything to her. She jumps at me.
You know, Anna, in half an hour she'll be back out here laughing and joking.
I told your father this wouldn't work. But he said no, he owed it to them. He said he had to ask them. And now he'll know I was right. Oh, my heart stops every time I hear that sound.
Father Meep's here.
Thank you, Margaret. Has everyone his list?
I'll get mine.
Is it me?
Yes, Father's gone down to let her in.
At last I'll get some cigarettes.
I can't tell you how sorry I am about Mrs. Von Don's
Oh,
coat.
don't worry.
Anna should never have touched it.
She'll be all right. She'll
Is
be fine.
there anything I can do?
No, really, it's quite all right.
Mrs. Crowder.
This is a surprise.
Is Meep coming?
Not tonight.
Would you like some coffee, or better still, have supper with us?
No, thank you.
That something has happened, Mrs. Crowler says, that requires an immediate decision.
What is it?
What's the sense of giving you bad news when there's nothing you can do about it? But something has happened. Dear Meepsview, came to me just now. He has a Jewish friend living near him, a dentist, and he's in trouble. He begged me, was there anything I could do for the man? Find him a hiding place? So I've come to you. Now, I know it's a terrible thing to ask of you, living as you are, but could you possibly take him in with you?
Of course.
It'll only be for a night or two until I find him some other place. But this happened so quickly, I just didn't know where to turn.
Where is he?
Downstairs in the office.
Get him up.
His name is Dussel, Jan Dussel.
I think I know him.
I'll go get him.
Forgive me for not consulting you, but I knew you'd feel as I do.
There's no need for you to consult anyone. After all, this is your place. You can do it what you want with it. My only concern is with so little food to go around.
We can stretch the food a little bit. It'll only be for a couple of days.
You want to make a bet?
I think it's fine to have him, but Otto, where are we gonna put him? I mean, where?
He can have my bed. I'll sleep on the floor. I won't mind.
Peter, your room's barely big enough for you.
How about this? I'll come in here, and Margaret can take Peter's room, and Peter and Mr. Duzel can have our room. That's right, we can
No.
do that.
No. Neither you nor Anna should ever sleep in that room. Mushi has found some rats in there. Peter's a brave boy. He doesn't mind.
Well, how about this? I'll come in here, and Mr. Duzel can have my bed.
No. Margaret can come in here with us, and you can share a room with Mr. Dussel. That's the best way.
Why does Margaret get to come in here? I want to come in here.
Anna, it wouldn't be proper for
Anna.
Margaret to... Don't argue, please.
You don't mind sharing your room with Mr. Dussel, do you?
No, of course not.
That's cool. Where's the cognac?
It's over there, but I was saving it for illness. Margaret, go get your things. Anna, will you help her, please?
I can't think of a better time to use it. Peter, will you get me 5 glasses, please?
What's going on? What's happening?
Somebody's moving in with us.
In here? You're joking.
It's only for a night or two, until Mrs. Crawler finds him another place.
Yeah.
Mr. Dussel.
This is Mr. Frank.
Toronto Farm. Yes, may I take your things? My wife, Edith. Mrs. Von Don. Mr. Von Don. Their son, Peter. My daughters, Margaret and Anna.
Thank you, Mr. Frank. Thank you all. Mr. Dussel, I leave you in very good hands. I better take Duke's coat.
What can I say? Thank you.
Oh, Meep and Mrs. Crawler were our lifeline. We couldn't live without them.
Please, you make us seem so heroic, and it isn't that at all. It's just that we do not like the Nazis. We do not like their methods. We do not like anything about them.
I know. Nobody's going to tell us Dutchmen what to do with our damn Jews.
Pay no attention to Mr. Frank. I'll be up again tomorrow to see that they're treating you right. Now, please, don't bother to come back down again. Peter will bolt the door for me. Won't you, Peter?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Peter. I'll do it.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Mrs. Crawler. Won't you have a seat, Mr. Dussel?
I'm drinking. I know it. I can't believe my eyes. Mr. Otto Frank here. You're not in Switzerland, then? A woman told me. She said she'd been to your home. The door was unlocked. Everything was in disorder. Dishes in the sink. She said she found a slip of paper in the wastebasket with an address scribbled on it. An address in Zurich. She said you must have escaped to Zurich.
Father put the note just for that very purpose.
And you've been here all this time.
All this time, ever since July.
Father, did you hear that? Mr. Dussel says that they found the note you put in the trash, and everyone thinks we're in Switzerland.
That's good. And now, let's have a toast.
In a rush then. And if you refuse to call the police, they come to your house and they drag ship you off to Mauthausen, the death camp.
We didn't know it had gotten so bad.
Forgive me for speaking so.
Do you know what happened to the Duvals? Yobi and I were best friends.
They are gone,
Gone?
with all the rest.
Do you know the Bogniers? They lived around the corner from
Perhaps
our
it's best that we talk about this later. I'm sure we all have a lot of questions we want to ask, but Mr. Dussel, I'm sure, would like to get settled before supper.
Oh, thank you. I would like that. I brought very little with me.
I hope we can make you comfortable. We have a rather strict set of rules here, a schedule of hours and so forth. We'll tell you about it at supper. Anna, would you take Mr. Dussel to his room?
Forgive me if I haven't really expressed my gratitude to all of you. This has come as such a shock to me. I've always thought of myself as Dutch. My father was Dutch. He was born here in Holland, and my grandfather as well. Now, after all these years, if you'll excuse me.
The news sounds pretty bad, doesn't it? It's so different from what Mrs. Crawler says. Mrs. Crawler says things are improving.
I like it better the way Mrs. Crawler tells it.
You're going to share this room with me.
I've always lived on my own. I've never had to share anything with anyone. I hope you'll bear with me while I learn.
I'll help you. Have you always lived alone? Have you no family at all?
No one.
How dreadful. You must have been terribly lonely.
Oh, I'm used to it.
I don't think I could ever get used to it. Didn't you even have a pet, like a cat or a dog?
Oh, I have an allergy to fur-bearing animals. They give me asthma.
Oh, dear, Peter has a cat.
Dear? Yes, dear?
Yeah, but I'm sure it'll be all right. He made a season kid in his room.
Well, let us hope so.
This is Margaret's bed, where you're going to be sleeping, and this is my bed down here. Oh, and we cleared this off for your things. Oh, and the best part about this room is that out of the window you can see a little bit of the street and the canal. And there's a houseboat, and a bargeman lives there with his family. And they just had a new baby who's learning how to walk. And I'm terribly afraid that someday he's going to fall into the canal, so I watch him all
And
the
your
time.
father spoke of a schedule?
Oh, yes. It's mainly about the times of when we have to be quiet and when we can use the WC. You can use it now if you'd like.
No, thank you.
You must think it's awful, my talking of a thing like that. But you don't know how important it can get to be, especially if you're frightened. Oh, the room, the way Margaret and I did it, she had it to herself in the afternoons, and I took the mornings. Will that be all right?
Really not my best at the morning.
You can take the mornings then, and I'll take the afternoons.
Tell me something. When you're here, what happens to me? Where am I spending my time? Out there with all those people?
Yes?
Oh, I see. I see.
We have supper at 6:30.
Oh, well then you don't mind if I lie down for 10 minutes before supper. I find that helps with the digestion.
No, of course not. Well, I hope I'm not going to be too much of a bother to you. I seem to be able to get everyone back up.
I always get along very well with children. All of my patients send their children to me because I get on so well with the children. So don't you worry about that.
Well, thank you, Mr. Dussel. Thank you. Mr. Dussel? And yesterday, I finished Sissy van Markveld's latest book. I think she's a first-class writer. I shall definitely let my children read her. Monday, the 21st of September, 1942. Mr. Dussel and I had another battle yesterday. Yes, Mr. Dussel. According to him, nothing, I repeat, nothing is right about me. My appearance, my character, my manners. While he was going on about me, I thought, Sometime I'll give you such a smack that you'll fly right up to the ceiling. Why is it that every grown-up thinks he knows the way to bring up children, particularly the grown-ups that never had any? I keep wishing that Peter was a girl instead of a boy. Then I would have someone to talk to. Margaret's a darling, but she takes everything too seriously. To pause for a moment on the subject of Mrs. Von Don, I must tell you that her attempts to flirt with father are getting her nowhere. Him, thank goodness, won't play.
Something must be done about that child, Mrs. Frank. Yelling like that. Someone from the street could hear her. She's endangering all of our lives. Every night she twists and turns. I can't sleep. And I spend half my night shushing her. And now it's nightmares.
Mr. Dussel, please. Go back to bed. Anna will be herself in a minute, won't you, Anna?
Thank you, no. I'm going to the WC. The one place where there's peace.
What is it? What's happened?
Oh, a nightmare. She's having a nightmare.
Oh, I thought someone was murdering her.
Unfortunately, no.
Thank you, Peter. Go back to bed.
Would you like a drink? Was it a very bad dream? Perhaps if you told me.
I'd rather not talk about it.
All right, then try to go back to sleep. I'll stay right here by you till you fall asleep.
You don't have to.
Well, I want to, really. I'd like to stay.
I'd rather you didn't.
All right, Anna. You'll be all right? There's nothing you need?
Will you please ask Father to come?
Yes, Anna. Otto, she doesn't want me. You go to her.
Edith,
She doesn't want anything from me. Go to her. She's still shaking with fear. She doesn't want anything from me. She pulled away from me when I tried to kiss her.
It's just a phase. You heard father. Most girls go through it. They turn to their fathers at this age. They give all their love to their fathers.
I never like this. You never shut me out.
She'll get over it.
Oh, Pam, I dreamed they came to get us. The Green Police, and they knocked on the door, and they started to drag me out, just the way they did Yopi.
I want you to take this pill.
What is it?
It's something to quiet you. Try to get some sleep. Shall I read to you?
No, just sit with me for a minute. Did I yell terribly loud?
No. Try to rest.
Oh, I'm a terrible coward. I think that I've finally grown up. But then something like this happened, and I run to you like a baby. I love you, Father. I don't love anyone but you.
Alan!
It's true. I've thought about it a long time. You're the only one I love.
happier if you said you loved your mother too. She needs your love so much, your help.
She doesn't understand me. Each time I try to explain my views on life to her, she asks me if I'm constipated.
She's crying. She's crying.
I couldn't help it. I only told the truth. I didn't want her here. Oh, I know that's awful. And the worst of it is, I can look back and see what I'm doing is wrong. And yet, I can't stop. What's the matter with me, Father? Tell me, don't say it's just a phase. Help me.
There's only so much that we parents can do for our children. To try to set an example, to point the way. The rest you must do yourself. You must build your own character.
I'm trying. Really, I am. Each night, before I go to bed, I think back over all the things I did that day that were wrong. Like putting the wet mop in Mr. Goose's bed. And saying that was mother. I say to myself, that was wrong. And I'm never going to do that again. Of course, I made it something worse. But never that. I have a sweeter side, Father. A sweeter, nicer side. But I'm scared to show it. I'm afraid people will laugh at me. So, the mean honesty's on the outside, and the nice honesty's on the inside. And I keep on trying to switch them, and have the nice Anna on the outside, and the mean Anna on the inside. I'm trying. The air raids are getting worse. They come over day and night. The noise is terrifying. Pim says it should be music to our ears. The more planes, the sooner will come the end of the war. Mrs. Von Dahn pretends to be a fatalist. What will be, will be. But when the planes come over, who is the most frightened? No one else but Petronella. Monday, the 9th of November, 1942. Wonderful news. The Allies have landed in Africa. Pim says that we can look for an early finish to the war. Just for fun, he asked each of us what was the first thing we wanted to do when we got out of here. Mrs. Von Dahn longs to be home with her own things. Her needlepoint chairs, the Bechstein piano her father gave her, the best that money could buy. Peter would like to go to a movie. Mr. Dussel wants to get back to his dentist drill. He's afraid he's losing his touch. For myself, there are so many things. To ride a bike again, to laugh till my belly aches, to have new clothes from the skin out, to have a hot tub filled to overflowing and wallow in it for hours, to be back at school with my friends.
Praise be thou, O Lord, our God, ruler of the universe, who has sanctified us and bidden us kindle the Hanukkah light. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, who has wrought wondrous deliverances to our fathers in the days of old. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, sustenance, and brought us to this happy season. Amen.
Amen.
We kindle this Hanukkah light to celebrate the great and wondrous deeds brought through the zeal with which God filled the hearts of the heroic Maccabees 2,000 years ago. They fought against indifference, against tyranny and oppression, and they restored our temple to us. May these lights remind us that we should ever look to God, from whence cometh our help. Amen.
Amen. I lift up mine eyes unto the mountains, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth Israel doth neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall keep thee from all evil. He shall keep thy soul. The Lord shall guard thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and forevermore. Amen.
Amen. Oh, that was very moving.
It isn't over yet. There's lots more. Songs and presents.
Presents?
Not this year, I'm afraid.
Oh, but always, everyone gives presents on Hanukkah.
Oh, like our St. Nicholas Day.
No! Not like St. Nicholas Day. What kind of a Jew are you that you don't know Hanukkah?
I remember the candles especially. First night we light one as we did tonight, the second night 2, the third night 3, and so on until there's 8 candles burning. That is when it is the most beautiful.
And the potato pancakes.
Don't talk about it.
I make the best latkes you ever tasted.
Invite us next year in your own home.
God willing.
God willing.
What I remember best was the presents we used to get when we were little. 8 days of presents. And each day, they got better and better.
We are here safe. That is present enough.
No, it isn't. I've got something.
Anna, where are you going?
Presents.
Presents.
I don't know. Present.
L'chaim.
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 What has she got on her head?
A lampshade. My goodness, Anna. Been busy.
This is for Margaret.
Open it up.
Read it.
You've never lost your temper. You never will, I fear. You are so good, but if you should, put all your crosswords here.
What is it?
It's a new crossword puzzle book.
Oh.
Wherever did you get it?
It isn't new. It's one you've already done. But I rubbed it out, and if you wait a little and forget, you can do it all over again.
Oh, it's wonderful, Anna.
Good
Thank you.
idea.
You never knew it wasn't there.
For Mrs. Von Don.
Oh, for me, but I didn't know. I didn't do anything.
This is all Anna's idea.
Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, what is it?
It's hair shampoo.
Oh, thank you, Annika.
I made it out of the odds and ends of soap and the last of my toilet water. I wanted to write notes for all of them, but I didn't have enough time. Yours, Mr. Von Don, is really something. Something you want more than anything.
Oh my, you wrapped that well, Anna.
Cigarette!
Pim found some old pipe tobacco in the pocket lining of his coat, and we made them. Or rather, Pim did.
Go ahead, light it. Who do you light it?
There's just a little fluff, really. For Mother, honest readings.
Here's an IOU that I promised to pay. 10 hours of doing whatever you say? Signed Anna Frump. Thank you, Anna.
10 hours of doing what you're told? Anything you're told?
That's right.
Wouldn't want to sell that, would you, Mrs. Brown?
The most precious gift I ever had.
This is for Mushi.
On behalf of Mushi, I accept.
And this is for you, from Mrs. Quack Quack.
Hi, Dirk.
Open it?
Open it.
I'm afraid so. I just know something's going to jump out.
Oh,
No,
baby,
it's
open
not.
it. It's silly.
going to try it.
I'm going to give Mushy his present.
Ah, mushy, mushy, mushy.
Anna, when I wasn't supposed to have a present.
It's a mascot. Like an ascot.
You mean an ascot?
It'll be a mascot for him.
I made it. I worked on it every night before I went to bed. I'm afraid it looks much better in the dark, though.
Oh, and it fits me perfectly. Thank you.
Now we know where our yarn went.
And last, but not least, my roommate, Mr. Dusel.
For me? You have something for me? Capsules? 2 capsules?
They're earplugs.
Earplugs?
You put in your ears so you don't hear me when I thrash around at night. I saw them advertised in the magazine, so I made some out of cotton and candle wax. So see if they don't work. See if you can't hear me.
Wait till I put them in. So,
Are you ready?
huh?
Are you ready?
I guess they work on it.
Good God, they've gone inside! I can't get them out! Oh. Oh.
Thank you, Anna.
And now let's have the song, Father.
No, but we mustn't sing that song tonight. It's a song of jubilation, of rejoicing. What does after get too excited?
You! How many times have I told you, out? What's the matter with you? Don't you have any sense? Get that cat out of here.
Cat?
You heard me. Get it out of here.
I have no cat.
It doesn't need to be the cat. Just his clothes are enough when he walks out of that room.
Don't worry, it won't bother you anymore. We're getting rid of it.
At last, you listen to me.
This has nothing to do with you. That's all in your head, all of it. I'm just tired of seeing that cat eat better than the rest of us.
That's not true. I only give him bones and scraps.
Don't tell me. That cat eats better than all of us. Darn cat gets fatter every day. Out he goes tonight.
No,
No, Mr. Bond, you can't do that. Peter's cat. Peter loves that cat.
Anna.
He goes, I go.
Go, go.
No one's going anywhere, not you or the cat. What's the matter with you? This is Hanukkah. Come on. Sing the song, Anna.
Oh, Hanukkah, oh,
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, first let's blow out the candle. Then we'll have some for tomorrow night.
But Father, you're supposed to let them burn themselves out.
I'm sure that God understands shortages. Praise be thou, O Lord our God, who brought us sustenance and permitted us to celebrate this happy festival.
God almighty.
I think they've left.
The Green Police. They found us.
They found us. They'd be up here by now.
Oh, they went to get help. They'll be back. It's the Green Police. I know it.
Maybe it's the Gestapo looking for members.
Or a thief looking for money.
Quick, we better do something. Let's do something.
Do what? All we can do is wait.
Anna, someone get some water, please. Get some water. Anna.
No one's going to get any water.
If they found us, they found us. Get the water. I'm going down.
Don't call Father. There may be someone there waiting. There may be someone trapped.
This is Saturday. We have no way of knowing what's happened until me or Mrs. Crawler come on Monday morning. We cannot live with the uncertainty.
Don't call Father. Please, get our money. I hear you can buy the Green Police off. So much ahead. Get our... Do you want to be dragged off to a concentration camp? Get our money.
Mr. Bond, go get Father.
I'll go. Haven't you done enough?
Mr. Bond, please.
I
closed the street door. It was swinging wide open.
Thank God.
I think it's best that we have some light.
Are you sure it's all right?
The danger has passed. Don't be so terrified, Anna.
Who says the danger is past? Don't you realize we're in greater danger now than ever?
Mr. Doozle, will you be still?
Thanks to this clumsy fool, now someone knows we're up here. Someone knows we're up here hiding.
Well, who? A thief. So a thief knows. You think a thief will go to the Green Police and say, oh, I was robbing a place the other night and I heard a noise upstairs? Do you think a thief would do that?
Yes, I think he will.
You're crazy.
I think that someday that thief will be caught by the Green Police and he'll make a bargain with them. If they let him go free, they'll tell them where some Jews are hiding.
He's right.
We
He's
gotta
right.
get out of here. We gotta go now. We gotta
What's
go.
the matter with you all?
Where do we go?
Have you lost all faith? All courage? A moment ago, we thought we were caught. But we're not caught. We're safe. We're alive. Thank you, Lord, for your infinite mercy, to bring us safety once again. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, the sweet celebration. Around the feast we gather in complete jubilation. Happiest of seasons, now is here. Many are the reasons for good cheer. Together we'll weather whatever tomorrow may bring. So hear us rejoicing and merrily voicing the Hanukkah song that we sing. Hoy! So hear us rejoicing and merrily voicing the Hanukkah song that we sing. Hoy!
Saturday, the 1st of January, 1944. Another new year has begun, and we are still in our hiding place. We have been here now for 1 year, 5 months, and 25 days. It seems that our life is at a standstill. We are all a little thinner. The Von Don's discussions are as violent as ever. Mother still does not understand me. But then, I don't understand her either. There is one great change, however, a change in myself. I read somewhere that girls of my age don't feel quite certain of themselves, that they become quiet within and begin to think of the miracle that is taking place in their bodies. I think that what is happening to me is so wonderful, not only what can be seen, but what is taking place inside. Each time it has happened, I have a feeling that I have a sweet secret, and in spite of my pain, I long for the time when I shall feel that secret within me again.
with my hope for peace in the new year.
Thank you very much.
Me, have you seen Rushi anywhere at all?
I'm sorry, Peter. I asked everyone in the neighborhood if they've seen an orange cat, but no one has.
Look what Meep's brought for us.
Oh, a cake.
Hey,
Oh,
I'll get some plates.
you shouldn't have. What? You must have used all your sugar rations for weeks. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, it's been ages since I've even seen a cake. Not since the one you brought us last year. Remember you brought us one for New Year's last year, just at this time? I'll never forget. It said peace in 1943. Peace in 1944.
Well, it had happened sometime, you know.
Here's a knife, Lydia. Now, how many of us are there?
I'm all set, thank you.
And that's for me.
Please, you must.
Yeah, thank you.
Good. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 7 of us. 7.
8! 8 is the same as it always is.
Well, I took it for granted that Margaret wouldn't want any.
Why wouldn't she?
I don't think it will hurt her any.
All right. I just didn't want her to start coughing again, that's all.
And please, Mrs. Frank should cut the cake.
Why? It isn't Mrs. Frank's cake, is it?
What's
Neat?
the
Isn't it for
difference?
all of us?
Mrs. Frank divides things better.
What is that supposed to mean? Don't I always divide things exactly the same?
Forget it.
No, I want an answer to this. Don't I always?
Yes. Everything always exactly the same.
Come on, never mind.
Except Mr. Von Don always gets a little bigger piece.
Please.
That's a lie. She always cuts everything the same.
See what a little sugar cake does to us? It goes right to our heads.
Here's the knife, Mrs.
Maybe we should go back to our house. Did they say they can't? You ever get over there just for
Oh, Peter, I'll try to get over the next chance I get. But with the cat being gone a week, I really
Make up your mind already. Somebody's had a nice big dinner from that cat.
Meat, the cake looks delicious.
Dirk's in luck to have a girl that can bake this one.
Well, I have to be going. Dirk's taking me out tonight.
Just a minute. There's something I want you to do for me.
Booty, where are you going? What are you doing? What are you going to do, Booty? Hey, Peter, what was that?
Father said he's gonna sell an old fur coat. She's crazy about that old fur coat.
Is it possible? Is it possible that someone could be so wrapped up in that coat at a time like this?
It's none of your darn business. Or you say one more thing, I'll take you away.
You can't take it! Oh, give me this coat! You have no right to take it! You can't take it! No!
Oh, no. Just a little discussion on the advisability of selling this coat. As I've often tried to remind Mrs. Von Don, it's really quite selfish to want to keep it when so many on the outside are in such desperate need of clothing. So if you would please to sell it for us, I think it'll bring a good price. Oh, and by the way, you can get me some cigarettes. I don't care what kind, just get as many as you can.
Well, it's kind of difficult, Mr. Bardon, but I'll try. Goodbye.
Mrs. Crowell, are you sure you won't have some cake?
I better not.
Are you still not feeling well, Mrs. Crowler? What does the doctor say?
I haven't been to him yet.
Now, Mrs. Crawler.
But I've tried, but you can't get near a doctor these days. They're so busy. I finally did manage to get one on the phone. I told him I needed an appointment, that I wasn't feeling well. And you know what he said to me? Over the telephone? Stick out your tongue. I have some contracts. Would you go over them with me, please?
Of course.
We've been downstairs to do that. Will you please forgive us? I won't keep him but a minute.
What's happened? Something's happened, hasn't it, Mrs. Crawler?
No, honey. I just need your father's advice.
Something's gone wrong. I know it.
If it's something that affects us all here, it's best if we all hear it.
But the children.
What they'd imagine would be worse than any reality.
It's a man in the storeroom. I don't know if you remember. Carl, about 50, heavy set, nearsighted. He came to us just before you left.
He was from Utrecht.
That's the man.
Heath was here that night. That's how he knows we're up here.
Where did you leave it? What did you tell him?
Well, I told him I'd have to think about it. But what should I do? Pay him the money? Take a chance on firing or what? I just don't know what to do.
Oh, for God's sakes, don't fire him. Pay him what he asked. Keep him here where you can keep an eye on him.
Is it so much that he's asking? What are they paying these days?
Well, now, he could get it in his work van, but this is not a work van. Now, mind you, I don't know if he knows or if he doesn't know.
Offer him half. We'll soon find out if it's blackmail.
But if it is, we've got to pay it. We've got to pay Mr. Brown.
We'll decide that when we come to it.
You know, this could simply be my imagination. It gets to a point these days where you suspect everyone and everything, again and again, with some word or a look.
What? The telephone. What does that mean, the telephone ringing on a holiday?
Please don't be frightened. It's my daughter. I told her I'd be in the office and that she should call me there after she got out of church. I will offer him half, and we'll just hope for the best.
Thank your son for this. Smashing that chair down, making that noise. I tell you, it's just a question of time now.
Sometimes I wish the end would come, whatever it is.
Marcus,
Well, then at least we'd know where we were.
you ought to be ashamed of yourself talking that way. Think how lucky we are. Think of the thousands dying in the war every day. Think of the people in concentration camps, and we're here, still alive.
What's the point of that? What's the point of thinking of misery when you're already miserable? That's stupid. We're young. Margaret Painter and I, you've grown up, have had your chance. But if we begin thinking of all the horrors in this world, we're lost. had bad news. The people from whom Meep got our ration books have been arrested. So we have had to cut down on our food. Our stomachs are so empty that they rumble and make strange noises, all in different keys. Mr. Von Don's is deep and low, like a bass fiddle. Mine is high, whistling like a flute. As we all sit around waiting for supper, it's like an orchestra tuning up. It only needs Toscanini to raise his baton, and we'd be off on the ride of the Valkyries. Monday, the 6th of March, 1944. Mrs. Crawler is in the hospital. It seems she has ulcers. Pim says that we are her ulcers. Meep has to run the business and us too. The Americans have landed on the southern tip of Italy. Father looks for a quick finish to the war. Mr. Dussel is waiting every day for the warehouse man to demand more money. Have I been skipping too much from one subject to another? I can't help it. I feel that spring is coming. I feel it in my whole body and soul. I feel utterly confused. I am longing, so longing, for everything. For friends, for someone to talk to, someone who understands, someone young who feels as I do. I'm not dressed yet, Mr. Dussel. There, how does this look?
Fine.
You didn't even look.
Of course I did. It's fine.
Margaret, tell me, am I terribly ugly?
Stop fishing.
No, tell me.
Of course you're not. You've got nice eyes and a lot of animation.
A little vague, aren't you?
May I come in?
Yes, come in, Mother.
Mr. Dussel's anxious to get in here.
Heavens, he takes the room to himself the entire day.
Anna, you're not going to see Peter again, are you?
That's my intention.
But you've already spent a great deal of time in there already today.
I was in there exactly twice. Once to get the dictionary, and then 3/4 of an hour for supper.
Aren't you afraid you're annoying him?
Mother, I have some intuition.
Well, then do me a favor, Anna. When you go into his room, please don't close the door.
You sound like Mrs. Von Don.
No, I don't mean anything wrong, but I just wish you wouldn't set yourself up for criticism. That you wouldn't give Mrs. Von Don the opportunity to be unpleasant.
Mrs. Von Don doesn't need an opportunity to be unpleasant.
Anna, we're all under a great deal of stress, worried about Mrs. Crawler. This is one more thing.
I'm sorry, Mother, but I'm going into Peter's room, and I'm not going to let Petronella Von Don spoil our friendship.
Why don't you two talk in the main room? It'd save a lot of trouble. You know, it's hard on Mother having to listen to all those comments from Mrs. Von Don and not say a word.
Why doesn't she say a word? I think it's ridiculous to take it and take it.
You don't understand Mother at all, do you? She's not like you. She can't talk back. It's just not in her nature.
Well, anyways, the only one I'm worried about is you. I feel awful guilty about you.
What about?
I feel as if I might be hurting you. Every time I go into Peter's room, I know for me, I'd be jealous. I'd be desperately jealous.
Well, I'm not.
Maybe there's nothing to be jealous of. Maybe he really doesn't like me. Maybe I'm just taking the place of the past. Are you sure you don't want to come in with us?
I have a book.
Will you please let me in my room?
Just a minute, dear Mr. Dussel. Robin. Here I go, to run the gauntlet.
Thank you so much.
My God, you look at her. I don't know what good it is to have a son. I never get to see him. I can kill myself for all he'd care. Just a minute, Anna. I'd like to have a few words with my son, if you don't mind. Peter, now I don't want you staying up all hours tonight. You're a growing boy. You need your sleep.
Anna's going to bed early tonight. She's going to bed precisely at 9, aren't you, Anna?
Yes, Mother. May we go now?
I didn't know I had anything to say about it.
Listen for the chimes, Anna.
In my day, it was the boys that called on the girls.
Well, you know how it is. They like to, young people like to make that they have secrets, and Peter's room is the only room where they can talk.
Talk. That's not what they called it when I was young.
Aren't they awful? Treating us as if we were still in the nursery.
Don't let it bother you. It doesn't bother me.
I don't suppose you can really blame them. They think back to what it was like when they were young. They don't realize how much more advanced we are. When I think of all the wonderful discussions we've had. Oh, I forgot. I was going to bring you some more pictures.
Oh, these are fine, thanks.
Are you sure you want some more? Maybe just got me some new ones.
Maybe later.
Oh, I remember when I got that one. I won it. I bet Yogi that I could eat 5 ice cream cones. We were at the Delphi or the Oasis where Jews were allowed, and we were playing ping pong. We used to have heavenly times. There'd always be lots of boys, and we'd have so much fun. I'd like to go back there for a few days or a week. But after a week, I know I'd be bored to death. I think more seriously about life now. I want to be a journalist. I love to write. What do you want to do?
Oh, I thought he'd go off to a farm or some job that doesn't require much brain.
Don't talk that way. You've got the most awful inferiority complex.
Oh, I know I'm not that smart.
That's not true. You're better at a lot of different things. Like arithmetic and algebra. And you're a million times better than I am in algebra. You like Margaret, don't you? Right from the start, you liked her much better than you liked me.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh no, it's okay. Everyone feels that way. She's so smart and beautiful, and I'm not.
I wouldn't agree at all. I think you're pretty.
Oh no, I know I'm not. I never have been, and I never shall be.
I think you've changed. Front first, I mean.
I have?
Yeah, you're quieter.
I'm glad you just don't hate me.
I never said that.
I bet when you get back home, you're never going to think of me again.
That's crazy.
When you get back with all your friends, you're going to say, now what did I ever see in that Mrs. Quack Quack?
I don't have any friends.
Of course you do, Peter. Everyone has friends.
Not me. I get along fine without them.
Does that mean you can get along fine without me? I think of myself as one of your friends.
Well, if they're all like you, it would be different.
Have you ever kissed a girl?
Yeah, once.
Oh, this picture's crooked. Was she pretty?
Huh?
The girl that you kissed.
I don't know. I was blindfolded.
Well, I don't suppose that really counts. Do you?
It doesn't for me.
I've been kissed twice. Once by a man I'd never seen before when he picked me up off the ice and I was crying. And the other was Mr. Kupia's father's friend. He kissed me on the hand. But I don't suppose those really count. Do you?
No.
I'm pretty sure that Margaret would never touch a man unless she was engaged to him or something. And I'm pretty sure that Mother never kissed a man before Pim. But I don't know. Do you think that a girl shouldn't kiss anyone unless she's engaged to him or something? It's so hard to think when here you are with the whole world falling down around your ears. And you think, well, you don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think that some girls, anything they do is wrong. But other girls, it wouldn't necessarily be wrong with them.
9 o'clock, I have to go.
That's right. You want to stop from coming?
No. Oh, sometime I'll bring my diary. There's a lot in there I want to talk over with you.
What sort of thing?
Well, there's a lot about you, but I wouldn't want you to see some of it. I used to think you were nothing, just the way you thought about me.
Well, did you change your mind the way I changed my mind about you?
You'll see. By this time, we all know each other so well that if anyone starts to tell a story, the rest can finish it for him. We're having to cut down still farther on our meals. What makes it worse, the rats have been at work again. They've carried off some of our precious food. Even Mr. Dussel wishes now that Mushi was here. Thursday, the 20th of April, 1944. Invasion fever is mounting every day. Meep tells us that people outside talk of nothing else. For myself, life has become much more pleasant. I often go to Pater's room after supper. Oh, don't think I'm in love, because I'm not. But it does make life more bearable to have someone with whom you can exchange views. No more tonight. P.S. I must be honest. I must confess that I actually live for the next meeting. Is there anything lovelier than to sit under the skylight and feel the sun on your cheeks and have a darling boy in your arms? I admit now that I'm glad the Von Dons had a son and not a daughter. I've outgrown another dress. That's the third. I'm having to wear Margaret's clothes after all. I'm working hard on my French, and I'm now reading La Belle Livournaise.
You can make it and
take it up to him.
We don't need the Nazis to destroy us. We're destroying ourselves.
Oh, no, no. We have not gone so far that we're going to fight over a handful of rotten potatoes.
Mr. Frank, Mrs. Frank, Margaret, Anna, Paper,
Me.
Dr. Hackett.
Mr. Van Dyne, Mr. Van Dyne, myself, Mr. Frank,
Oh,
Miss Begging, you don't let her see it
Stop
like
it.
this!
stop it.
Anna, Paper,
You're giving the biggest one for yourself.
Oh, stop it, both of you.
Mr. Frank, Mrs. Frank,
No.
Margaret, Anna,
Mr. Frank, have you heard the good news? The invasion has begun.
No,
the
no.
invasion! Have you heard, everyone? The invasion has begun. Early this morning. How do you know? I heard it on the radio, the BBC. They landed on the coast of Normandy.
The British?
The British, the Americans, the French, the Poles, Churchill and Eisenhower, they spoke. They call it D-Day.
Thank God it's come!
I'm gonna tell Mrs. Crowler this is better than any blood transfusion.
What part of Normandy did they land? Did they say?
They didn't say, but when I know more, I'll be back in.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
oh, for God's sake, didn't you hear what Meep said? The invasion has become, this is a time to celebrate.
Still bread from children.
No, we've all done things we're ashamed of.
Look at me, the way I treated Mother, so mean and horrid.
No, no one's as bad as I am.
Here,
Stop this! Let's be happy!
You think I should see you? Our guests, our friends.
You were right.
Oh, the terrible things I said!
Stop it! You're spoiling the whole invasion!
We're all in much better spirits these days. There's still excellent news of the invasion. The best part about it is that I have a feeling that friends are coming. Who knows, maybe I'll be back in school by fall. Ha ha, the joke is on us. The warehouse man doesn't know a thing, and we're paying him all that money. Wednesday, the 2nd of July, 1944. The invasion seems temporarily to be bogged down. Mrs. Crawler has to have an operation, which looks bad. The Gestapo have found the radio that was stolen. Mr. Dussel says they'll trace it back and back to the thief, and then it's just a matter of time till they get to us. Everyone is low. Even poor Pam can't raise their spirits. I have often been downcast myself, but never despair. I can shake off everything if I write. But, and that is the great question, will I ever be able to write well? I want to so much. I want to go on living even after my death. Another birthday has gone by, so I am now 15. Already I know what I want. I have a goal, an opinion.
There it goes again, Mr. Frank. The telephone.
Yes, I hear.
But it's the third time, Mr. Frank. The third time in quick succession.
Please,
It's a
please.
signal. It's a signal. I tell you, it's me. For some reason, she can't come to the building, and she's trying to warn us of something.
You're wasting your breath.
Something's happened, Mr. Frank. For 3 days now, Meep hasn't come to visit us. And today, not a man has come to work. Not a sound in the building.
Maybe it's Sunday. Maybe we lost track of the days.
You with the diary there. What day is it?
I don't lose track of the days. I know exactly what day it is. It's Friday, August the 4th. Friday, and not a man at work. Mrs. Crowler must be dead. That's the only explanation. Meep is trying to warn us that they've shut the building down.
She'd never telephone us.
Mr. Frank, I beg you, answer it. Answer it.
No, I've told you no.
Just pick it up and listen. You don't have to say anything. Just listen and see if it's me.
I'll do nothing that will tell anyone that we were in this building.
God sakes, right.
Well, we all know which side you're on.
If we wait patiently, quietly, I believe that help will come.
Well, I'm going down. Too late.
So we'll just wait here now until we die.
I can't stand it. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm just gonna kill myself.
Stop it, please.
Oh, you'd be happy if I did. You want me to die. I can tell.
Whose fault is it that we're here anyway? We could have gotten away. We could have gotten away to America or Switzerland. But no, you wouldn't leave when I wanted to. You couldn't leave your things. You couldn't leave your precious furniture.
Don't touch me.
Look at the sky, Peter. Isn't it lovely? You know what I do when I don't think I can stand being cooped up for one more minute? I think myself out. I think myself out on a walk in the park where I used to go with Pim, where the flowers, the roses and daffodils are blooming all down the slope. Do you know what the most wonderful thing about thinking yourself out is? It can be anywhere you like. You can have crocuses and violets and chrysanthemums and roses blooming all at the same time. It's funny. I've gone crazy about anything having to do with nature, haven't you?
I've just gone crazy. If something doesn't happen soon.
I know it's hard trying to have any faith when people are doing such horrible things. But you know what I think sometimes? I think the world may be going through a phase, like the one I was with Mother. It'll pass, maybe not for 100 years, but someday, I still believe, in spite of everything, people are really good at heart.
I want to see something now, not 1,000 years from now.
But Peter, if you'd only look at it as part of a great pattern, and we're just a tiny minute in life. Look at us yelling at each other like a couple of stupid grown-ups. Look at the sky. Isn't it lovely now? Someday, when I get out of here, I'm going to go to the park where I used to go with Father.
For the past 2 years, we've lived in fear. Now we can live in hope.
Aufmachen da drinnen! Aufmachen! Schnell! Schnell! Mach dich schnell, verdammte Schweinerei!
waiting for us now. They've allowed us 5 minutes to get our things. We can each take a bag and whatever it will hold of clothing. Nothing else. So, dear diary, that means I must leave you behind. Goodbye for a while. P.S. Please, please, me or Mrs. Crawler or anyone else, if you should find this diary, will you please keep it safe for me? Because someday I hope.
No more.
I'd gone to the country to find some food, and when I got back, the block was surrounded by green trees.
We made it our business to learn how they knew. It was the thief. The thief had told them.
It seems strange to say that anyone could be happy in a concentration camp, but Anna was happy in the camp in Holland where they first brought us. After 2 years of being cooped up in these walls, she could at last have the sunshine and fresh air that she loved.
Would you like more, Mr. Plum?
Yes, thank you. The news of the war was good. The British and the Americans were sweeping through France. We thought sure they'd get to us in time. In September, we were told we'd be shipped to Poland. Men to one camp and women to another. I was sent to Auschwitz. They were to Belgium. In January, we were freed, the few of us who were left. The war was not yet over, so they shipped us from place to place behind the lines so we'd be safe. Each time our train would stop at a siding or a crossing, we'd all get out and go from group to group. Where were you? Were you in Belgium? Were you in Mauthausen? At Buchenwald? That's how I learned the news of my wife. Martin, the Von Dahns, Peter, Dussel. But Anna always hoped. Yesterday I went to a profit town and I met a woman who'd been in Belgium with Anna. Oh, I know.
In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart.